women and gays and people of color and blah, blah, blah. Anything but a white man, right? Anything but a white man, of course. And that's not racist. How many of these minorities do you want to hire at the fire department? What's the percentage? And she's like, as many as possible is the number. And it's like, why is that why you would hire someone to put out a fire? Go to bigmancomics.com for the best in action adventure entertainment. Hey guys, Gabe Eltaeb, bigmancomics.com, coming to you with another expert opinion. This one, guys, I've been really upset the last day or so. I'm going to be completely, this is going to be the unvarnished truth for me. I am a Californian. I'm a Southern Californian. California is the best place to live. I don't care what anyone says. We have that hot girl reputation where everyone's jealous, makes all kinds of snarky remarks, and oh, Californians. I would remind you that it's 40% conservative here, 40% like Republicans out of 40 million. What's that? That's like 16 million. There are more Republicans in California than there are people in your states, you people watching this, most of you. So don't call us all woke, liberal shitheads, because we're not. We're fighting the good fight out here. And frankly, those of us that are anti-woke, conservatives, patriotic, Christian, family-oriented, married, we're brave to be out here and put up with this. It's a gorgeous place, and it's American, and it's worth fighting for. Wokeness kills. Wokeness is garbage. And quite literally, a few people have died in this horrible, horrible fire stuff that's going on. I'm in San Diego, for those of you that need to know a little bit of background here. I'm not anywhere near the fires. That's 100 and something miles from here up in Los Angeles, like 100, 120, depending on where it is. Awful. I've been up there. I go up to LA sometimes on a Saturday or Sunday. I'll go somewhere beautiful, Dana Point or Huntington Beach or San Juan Capistrano. Mostly Orange County. Los Angeles is pretty ugly. But this is awful what's happening. It's a tragedy. Most of us, we don't have words to describe this. And you can't prevent, natural disasters, fires, earthquakes, floods, tornadoes. You can't prevent them. But what you can prevent is a cascade of failure at so many levels. And it's the woke policies that have done this, that have exacerbated this. The Pacific Palisades, I think that entire neighborhood, and it's not a neighborhood like a little thing, they said thousands of structures gone. So we're talking thousands and thousands of people's lives just temporarily put on hold or destroyed. And I have heard, I don't know this for a fact, a few people have lost their lives now. I think it's like into the single digits, but one is too many. It's insane. And you guys, you've read it all over Twitter. You've seen it all over the news that, California just pushes all the water, all the rainwater on the snowpack on the mountains just out to sea because we don't want to build dams because there's some little endangered smelt fish and blah, blah, blah. We don't rake the dried up, leaves and branches from the dead trees and bushes in the forests and the hills because it would hurt the spotted owl's feelings or some bullshit like that. And you're just setting up a tinderbox here. And they know about it. I mean, we voted 10 years ago for a measure to build new dams and new water infrastructure here, and not a thing has been built. There's a dam here in San Diego where I live, Lake Hodges. That dam is over 100 years old, and they're letting hundreds of thousands or millions of gallons of water out to sea. They just let it go out to sea because the dam, they're worried about its integrity. And that's the least of it. I mean, the LA mayor, Karen Bass, she cut, $17.5 million from the firefighter budget. There were 100 fire trucks and ambulances when this fire was beginning to rage that were not in service because they don't have enough mechanics. LA City government doesn't have enough mechanics employed to fix all the trucks fast enough. I just hear insane stuff. The state of Oregon is sending 400 fire trucks down here as of tonight or today, but they have to stop. Oregon is north of California. They have to stop in Sacramento, like 400 miles north of LA, and be inspected for, I don't know, like, are they inspected for like smog or like their emissions or I don't know what they're doing. And they can come down here and fight the fire. Like, take your time. Take your sweet ass time. And, that people, I talk a lot on here about wokeness in entertainment because I think it's a plague look at this. This doesn't even look real. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare for people. But I talk about this kind of wokeness, right? The wokeness in entertainment. Remember Concord? $400 million. Sony has to close the studio, lay people off, all this horrible stuff. Wrong from start to finish. PlayStation pulling Concord game 2 weeks after launch. Remember that? It was hilarious to watch the woke get crushed. The Skeleton Crew, which I've heard is an okay show, but Disney's brand is so marred that this is getting record low ratings. So they killed a decent show by having so many crappy shows. And I'm going to tie this back into the fire, and you'll see why wokeness is a plague that has to be stamped out. The Star Wars Outlaws thing, remember that? Lost $1 bajillion for them too. That's another video game that was woke from Ubisoft. The Suicide Squad thing, that put the Warner Brothers video game division in the red for the year. And it came out like at the beginning of the year, and they can't make a dang profit because of this stupid ass woke game. But there's the LA fire chief, I believe, on the left. And then there's some of her compatriots. It's like I don't know their exact titles, but it was like assistant fire chief and the assistant to the regional manager of the fire chief. I don't know, but these are three of the top dogs over there. And, they look like they could field a really good softball team. I don't know how much they are going to fight fires, but this is DEI. DEI hurts businesses, right? They lose millions of dollars. But Warner Brothers is going to be fine. Sony's going to be fine. They hate it. They hate that they lost hundreds of millions, perhaps billions of dollars. But nobody died. But DEI has real life, as I say here, real life deadly consequences. It's not funny when you hire the wrong people to do things. This lady, I believe on the left, is saying that she was focused on LA's DEI-focused fire chief. There was a video interview I saw of her talking about, how many women and gays and people of color and blah, blah, blah. Anything but a white man, right? Anything but a white man, of course. And that's not racist. How many of these minorities do you want to hire at the fire department? What's the percentage? And she was like, as many as possible is the number. And it's like, why is that why you would hire someone to put out a fire? Wouldn't you say, are you strong? Are you smart? Are you brave? Are you in shape? Do you understand fire science? Maybe you have military or law enforcement background already. Maybe you were a Boy Scout growing up. Maybe you have things that are relevant, but why in the hell would who you have sex with, what color you are, what gender you are, why would that matter for fire? Why? Well, I guess gender would matter because men would be superior at it. Let's be honest. We're physically stronger. And, strength might come into play if you're dragging someone out of a building burning. I'm just saying. How would that woman there drag me out? All 260 pounds of me, 6'4". How would she drag me out? No, I don't want it. And, of course, our horrible governor. I saw a video today where a lady came up to him screaming and crying, and what are you going to do? That was my kid's school. I guess it burnt down. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've got to go. I'm talking a phone call with the president. She said, I want to listen. He's like, well, I can't get through. That's why I'm walking around. Bad signal. He just straight up lied that he was on the phone with the president. Then when he wasn't on the phone, it's revealed. He's like, well, I'm trying to call him. You see, and it's pathetic. It's pathetic what's going on. And these are the real world consequences of DEI. And guys, you think this is horrible? You think this is horrible what's happened? I do. I think this is horrible. But this is nothing compared to what can happen with the left-wing DEI Marxist philosophies. Guys, go ask the hundreds of millions that died in Stalin's Russia, in Mao's Cultural Revolution in China, in the Khmer Rouge stuff in Cambodia, Pol Pot. Go ask the Vietnamese under Ho Chi Minh and the communists. Go ask them where all this leftist DEI, identity politics goes. Because at first it's just funny. We just make fun of dorks that make ugly, stupid, fat characters like this. It's just funny. They lose $400 million and haha, we laugh. There are real consequences to this mess. And that's why I'm always talking about we need to culturally stamp this out. And to my fellow Californians out there, I try not to cuss too much on here. What in the blue fuck is wrong with you voting for Democrats? Would you knock it off? Tell me one big thing, anything, big, small, anything they've gotten right in the last 15 years of their woke, drunken stupor they've been in. Have they got the border right? Have they got gender stuff right with kids? Have they got international politics right? Have they got monetary policy right? What about all this DEI and racism against white people? What about religiosity? What about the Black Lives Matter riots? What about the Occupy Wall Street? Do they get anything right? The budgets, homeless crisis. Think about it. What does the left get right? You tell me what they get right. They get nothing right. That doesn't even seem possible to me. That statistically, just scientific, just probability-wise, they should get something right by accident. But it's like they're intentionally trying to destroy the culture. And that is a big part of it. The reason they make ugly things out of beautiful things like this is out of resentment. It's about the cruelty for them, the leftists. It is about that. And I would challenge all of you, read Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, because the point of the story is collectivists take over successful societies, successful businesses, and then the collectivists, they can't run it because they're not based, they're not hardworking, they're not masculine, they're not patriarchal, family-oriented, they're not disciplined, good, conservative people, they're woke. And then the society falls apart, and people start to die, people start to starve, people start to go broke, and they beg the masculine, hardworking, producing, conservative, non-woke people, the anti-collectivist people, they beg them to come back. And I won't tell you how it turns out. It's a great book. But guys, that's what we're going through right here. And the good news to me is, I think what has happened here in my beautiful, there's no place more beautiful than California. I don't care what you say. This is such a blow to the left and to their rock star, Gavin Newsom, and Los Angeles, one of the most major metropolitan cities in the world. This is such a blow to DEI and wokeness. I think this is the final blow because this stuff is funny and it hurts wokeness, right? Like, ah ha ha, like wokeness, look, it's stupid, it doesn't work. This is no longer funny. This shit isn't funny at all. People screaming and crying and watching their houses burn down. And it's like, you got valuable stuff in your house. You got, thousands of dollars of whatever. But you also have things that are not really worth any money, but they're priceless emotionally. Some artwork your kids made or some heirloom, the little piece of junk your great-grandfather passed down in the family. It's junk to other people, but it's treasure to you. And just the memories you made in your home, in your hallway, your bathroom, your kitchen, your backyard. Even if your home is ugly and small and humble, it's your home, right? And that means so much. The old saying, home is where the heart is, right? Home is where you make it, right? We love our homes. We become so attached to our homes. It's a spiritual, emotional, it's a relation. We love in our homes. We fight, we cry, we win, we lose. Like, this is the story of our lives. And to watch it go up in flames. They were talking about fire hydrants with no water coming out. This is the richest, most advanced, most technological country in the history of the world. And not only that, California is the bleeding edge of technology. It's the 5th largest economy in the world. There's riches here beyond compare. And Pacific Palisades, the main neighborhood city that burned down, it's one of the richest zip codes in like the world. Like these homes there, you're not even allowed to look at a home there unless you got $5 million in the bank. Okay, these are palatial estates. These are gorgeous, gorgeous homes right there on the coast and gone in a puff of smoke. So woke has real life consequences, and you need to call it out. We always follow the law. But I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of people being afraid to speak up. That time is gone. 1,000% that time is gone. Speak up always. These people want to talk about all their pronouns and their gender nonsense and white people are this and Christians are that. America sucks. You tell them, get lost. Beat it. Every time. We always stand up to this stuff from now on. Look at this. How much further does it have to go? Because guys, I'll say it one more time. As horrible as this is, what happened, this is nothing compared to what leftism can do. Ask the hundreds of millions that communism killed, right? This is nothing. As horrific as this is nothing. I hope this dude, Gavin Newsom, our governor, resign. And that mayor of LA, resign. Do the right thing. All right, guys, this is Gabe Eltaeb. That was an intense one. Go to bigmancomics.com. I still have a few prints left of Dean Cain, All-American Lawman, the first edition. Empyrean, all the artwork will be done for that in just a few short weeks, probably by the end of the month. That's a 120-page, awesome sci-fi graphic novel. The Unstoppable Tyrus is being inked by me, drawn by Acheon. I just finished page 15 about an hour ago, so we are cruising on that. I hope to have it done before Comic-Con in July. And follow me on all socials. I am Big Man Comics on X. I am, you see how to spell it right here, Gabe Eltaeb on Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. Hit the like, and guys, share this out. Tell your friends about it. We want to grow this channel. We're almost at 10,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you for everything. Join me every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. for Double Impact. It's a funny show where we review awesome action movies from the 80s and 90s, some in the 70s. And we do a little improv comedy there too. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on social media and go to bigmancomics.com.